Next topic is similarity of matrices and diagonalization of square matrix. Two square matrices A and B are of the same order are said to be similar if there exists a non-singular matrix P such that B can be expressed as P inverse AP. Here B is said to be similar to A. Now let us see what is diagonalization of a square matrix. If a square matrix of order n having n linearly independent eigenvectors, then there exists an nth order square matrix P such that P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. Here P is called modal matrix. Now let us see the flowchart for solving problems. Flowchart for solving problems, that is how to diagonalize the given matrix. How to diagonalize the given matrix which is of order 2 cross 2. First step is we find eigenvalues lambda 1 and lambda 2. I will explain you how to find eigenvalues with an example while solving the problem. Then we find corresponding eigenvectors for the second order square matrix. So in the first step we do eigenvalues and eigenvectors. We form the modal matrix P as x1 x2, that is we collect this eigenvector and write in the column wise column form. Then we take the second eigenvector and write in the second column form, so that we get a matrix which we call it as capital P. After writing this capital P with the help of eigenvectors, we compute its inverse, P inverse. Finally we compute P inverse AP, which is your required diagonal matrix, which is of the form diagonal lambda 1 comma lambda 2. The diagonal entries will be lambda 1 and lambda 2. Now let us take up a problem. The question is, reduce the matrix A which is of order 2 cross 2 to the diagonal form. We follow that algorithm to solve this. After finding the diagonal form, they are asking, hence find a to the power 4. First step is finding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. For that we need to take characteristic equation. You all know how do we write the characteristic equation from your previous classes, that is from second PUC and first PUC. The characteristic equation for a given matrix is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. Let us expand this. That is, in the place of A, we substitute the matrix A, lambda as it is, identity matrix of order 2 cross 2 we write here 1 0 0 1, and we write the determinant symbol as it is. Let us multiply this lambda inside. Yes, we have multiplied lambda inside this identity matrix to get this matrix. Then we are going to subtract these two matrices. What we get? Minus 1 minus lambda will be one entry. Then 3 minus 0 will be other entry. So we subtract these two matrices to get this. See here, minus 1 minus lambda we have written here. Then 3 minus 0, which is 3 itself, we have written here. 2 minus 0, sorry, minus 2 minus 0 is minus 2, we have written. Then 4 minus lambda, we have written. Now let us evaluate this determinant. How do we evaluate? By cross multiplication. These two, the product of these two minus the product of these two. If you take the product of these two, you will get this minus from the procedure of evaluation of second order determinant. This is coming from the procedure. Then what we do? We multiply in the other way. Minus 2 into 3. Minus 2 into 3 we have written. Now let us further simplify this. If you further simplify, you get this. If you multiply these two, if you take the product of these two, you are going to get this. Then we have minus into minus plus 2 3s are 6. Plus 6 we have written here, which is equal to 0. Now if you rearrange the terms, we get a quadratic equation in terms of lambda. Let us simplify this to get the values of lambda by factorization method. This minus 3 can be written as minus 2 minus 1. Then from these two, lambda we take out, and from these two we take minus 1 outside. Yes, from these two, if you take lambda outside, you get lambda minus 2. Yes, as I said, we are going to take minus sign outside from these two. If you take minus sign outside, you get lambda minus 2 inside. Now we have these two as common. Let us take these two as common factor. You get lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 1 is equal to 0. If you equate each to 0, you get lambda is equal to 1 from this term and lambda is equal to 2 from this term. Therefore, lambda is equal to 1 comma 2 are the eigenvalues. See, this is the procedure we found the eigenvalues till here. Now we are going to find the eigenvectors with the help of eigenvalues. Let us see what is the procedure now to find the eigenvectors. Consider this equation. This you need to remember. To find the eigenvectors, you need to consider this form, where A is a given matrix, I is the identity matrix, and X is the vector. Second row is this. Multiply this second row with this column. you'll get the second entry in the product. So like this. Now with the help of equality of two matrices, you can equate these two elements. We can equate these two elements. Yes, we have equated these two elements here. Call this as equation number 1. Now let us go by case because we have two lambda values. For lambda is equal to 1, we take it as a case 1. Let us substitute lambda is equal to 1 in the above equations. If you take lambda is equal to 1 in this place and in this place, you get these two equations, because if you put 1 in this place, minus 1 is minus 2 we have put. If you take 1 in this place, 4 minus 1 is 3, which we have put here. Both the equations same we are getting. We are getting both the equations same in this case. So we take only one of them. We take only one of them and simplify this. If you take this minus 2x to the other side, you get 2x is equal to 3y. Then cross multiply. If you take 3 this side and 2 this side, you get this x by 3 is equal to y by 2. Therefore, your one of the eigenvector you can take it as x is equal to 3 in the place of x 3 and y is equal to 2. So we have taken 3 comma 2 as our eigenvector. Since we need to represent that vector in the column form, we have written the transpose. So this is how we found the first eigenvector for the lambda is equal to 1 case. Similarly, let us take the other lambda value in this equation set and find another eigenvector. Case 2, lambda is equal to 2, 1 is this. If you take lambda is equal to 2, you get this. Actually, these are again the same equations, because if you divide this equation by 3, you get minus x plus y is equal to 0. If you divide this equation by 2, you will get the same equation. Minus x plus y is equal to 0. Let us take one of the equation 1, let us say, and cross multiply. If you cross multiply, you will get this. Minus and minus will get cancelled. Therefore, now what we can do, multiply by 3. We have multiplied both sides by 3 to bring it in the simple form. 3 gets cancelled. X by 1 is equal to y by 1 you get. Therefore, the eigenvector is x2 is equal to 1 comma 1 transpose is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 2. So as per our algorithm flow chart, we have completed the first step of finding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. The next step is P is equal to x1 comma x2, x1 x2. Let us write on x1 here. and x2 here. Yes, we have taken x1 vector here and x2 vector here in the column wise. So this is our model matrix P. Let us find out inverse of P. We already know how to find the inverse of a matrix. Adjoint of P divided by its determinant. Let us find the determinant of P. Determinant of P is 1. Now let us find the adjoint of P. We know how to find the adjoint of P when P is 2 cross 2. It is just interchange these two elements, and reverse the sign of other elements. If you interchange 3 and 1, you get 1 3 here. We have interchanged and reversed the signs of other two elements. So this is our adjoint. Now let us find P inverse. P inverse is equal to 1 by adjoint, 1 by determinant into adjoint of P. Very last step to get the diagonal matrix is D is equal to P inverse AP. Let us substitute P inverse in this place and the matrix A in this place and P here. Yes, we have substituted all three. Now let us take the product of these two first. If you take the product of these two matrices, row into column, if you multiply this row with this column, you will get this entry. If you multiply this row with the second column, you will get this entry. Then second row, first column, you get this. Second row, second column, you will get this. Now let us simplify this. Similarly, again if we multiply these two matrices, you will get these entries whose simplification will give this as the final diagonal matrix. You can observe here, except the diagonal entries, all other entries are zeros. So that is why it is called as diagonal matrix. That is, diagonal matrix is of the form diagonal 1 2. We can observe this was our lambda 1, one of the eigen value. This was our other eigen value, lambda 2. That's why we have written like this. Now to find a to the power 4, as they are asking in the question, we are going to apply this formula. In the place of n, let us substitute 4 everywhere and substitute the matrix P, D and P inverse. But what is d to the power 4? Let us see. Let us find d to the power 4. For any diagonal matrix, if you raise the power will be for only diagonal entries. No need to multiply this diagonal matrix 4 times. Using this property, you can directly write what is d to the power 4. It is just 1 to the power 4 and 2 to the power 4. So this is our d to the power 4. So we have written P d to the power 4 P inverse. Take the product now. We take the product of these two matrices and simplify. If you simplify this, you will get this matrix. Again, let us take these two product. If you again simplify, we get this.